Morning. I'd like to take a quick second to acknowledge and thank all the trustees for being here with us this weekend. We all really do trust you with our school, so thank you. Teammate. What does that word mean to all you guys? I'll give you a second to think about it. Simply put, it means to be on the same team as someone else. But for me, my 4-year experience at Salisbury has shown me what a good teammate actually looks like. A good teammate shows character. Any given day, you can count on him to bring his best self to his environment. A good teammate knows his role and fulfills it despite his personal expectations. The kind of teammate who accepts that team comes before himself. A good teammate knows and cares about his fellow team members. He understands that for a team to be successful, everyone has to be motivated to achieve the common goal. I know all of you have seen the guy who's never on time, the guy who's never fully invested, and the guy who's only happy when he achieves individual success. No one wants to be that guy. But sometimes you don't realize you have it coming. A wise man once said, a good teammate is self-aware, not self-conscious. When you're self-aware, you look inward to better yourself with the team's goal in mind. When you're self-conscious, you're looking inward to better yourself only for your own good. A good teammate should be able to constructively evaluate his performance both on and off the field. This self-awareness can turn into a battle of self-discipline, usually relating to the role that is assigned to you and what you expect or want your role to be. There's a lot of talk in the media today about the guys who score the big points and earn the big money. And there's little glory for the role players. Some of you guys might know these people as glue guys. We are inadvertently being taught that the reason teams win is because their so-called best player is performing well. But ask any coach or manager, and they will tell you that the foundation of the success of their team is because of the guys who are willing to let the stars take more of the credit. Accepting your role is sometimes hard for people to do, but developing the skill of self-evaluation will allow you to understand the vital value of your role. An ancient Chinese philosopher once said, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Being able to understand what you are thinking and being able to evaluate your actions, these two things become symbiotic, eventually becoming the fundamental root of who you are. Learning to apply these principles to all aspects of your life gives you the ability to mold yourself into a person who puts others first. There's always a possibility that you will stray away from the goal or task, but self-awareness will always bring you back. Being a good teammate does usually lead to being a good person. One of the best teammates I've ever had was also the best player I've ever played with. He is currently one of the top college lacrosse players starting on attack for Duke University. More important than his skill was his ability to be a genuinely good teammate that he was. Out of my 4 years at Salisbury, he has been the only post-grad to be elected as one of our captains. It only took him a couple of months to establish his role as a leader and a good teammate. This speaks tremendously to his character. The story about this teammate that will always stick with me is one that involves his friendship with the less popular student at Salisbury. This younger student was always a great kid, and for the most part, everyone loved him. But his lack of ability on the lacrosse field sometimes attracted negative attention mostly because of his attitude. Out of anyone on the team, the guy who treated him the best was in fact our one-year postgraduate captain. I understand that this might seem unimportant to you all, but for me, seeing our All-American captain maintaining a relationship with this teammate to this day has shown me how I should treat my current and future teammates. This top-to-bottom respect will translate into a foundation with which you will learn to treat people the same not only on your team, but also the people in the workforce, at home, or in the classroom. This philosophy also embodies the importance of knowing your teammates, but also on an emotional level. I'm not saying you need to become everyone's best friend or guardian angel. I'm just saying that it is important to understand that different people react to different kinds of criticism and motivation. I've always prided myself on being able to recognize which guys I'm able to be stern with and tell them straight up whether or not they're performing at their best, or being able to see the guy who needs to be complimented and reminded of his potential in a very docile, soft manner. Forbes magazine has written an article on this concept of the EQ, emotional quotient, being equally or even more important than IQ, as you may know, intelligence quotient. My mother actually, in the back earlier, if you guys want to say hey, owns her own small-scale logistics company. And growing up, I remember one thing my dad used to heckle her about was the fact that even though her employees would come in at 8 a.m., they usually didn't start their days until about 8:25. He called it the breakfast club. I always thought it was girls just being girls, socializing rather than working. But as I grew older, I began to understand why she took the time to allow herself to get to know her employees, and also gave her employees the chance to get to know each other. This ties back to the EQ versus IQ article. My mother believes heavily in the emotional quotient, and even though she probably isn't familiar with that term, she does know that giving her employees that extra 20 minutes would pay dividends come production time. She believes in the idea that people who work well with others are of good character, and I believe the same thing. But the way we have learned this is different. I've had many, many different teammates at my time here in the Hilltop, and I can assure you all that every good teammate I've had is indeed a good person. As I was thinking about exemplifying the idea that how you act as a teammate is an indicator of your character, I thought about world-renowned athletes who are depicted as good people. One of the few that really stood out to me was a 2-time Super Bowl champ, 5-time NFL MVP, and 14-time Pro Bowler Peyton Manning. Instead of explaining why I think this athlete fits that quote, I want to show you guys a quick video that speaks directly to the character of a good teammate and, more importantly, a good person.
This is the thank you letter I received right when he was leaving college.
This is a letter my husband and I received after our son Tyler died.
This is a letter I got the year that I retired.
After I was drafted.
This is what Peyton wrote to me right before the Super Bowl.
I hope this letter finds you well.
I was looking at some pictures yesterday, and it made me think of you.
We've had a wonderful 7 years together.
It has been an honor to have called you a teammate for 13 years.
I'm grateful for your love and support, and I know you have my back.
I feel like we've had a special bond.
It has been a privilege to watch you play over your career, and I'm honored to call you a friend.
You did it the right way.
And I knew that you loved to win and hated to lose with the same passion as me.
You know I've always looked up to you.
To play as long as you did and at such a high level is incredible.
You've taught me a lot.
I have great respect for your work ethic and team-first attitude.
It wasn't always easy.
Some things you just can't control. It's okay.
You're the best teammate I could ever ask for.
It was an honor to play with you in Indy and again in Denver.
To be Broncos together.
Brothers.
It's been a great ride.
Keep grinding.
I wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life.
Congratulations again.
Tell the family hello.
Love you, pal.
I'm proud of you.
Sincerely.
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 I find it honorable that Peyton wrote so many letters to such an array of different people, from teammates to coaches and even to fans. He was always aware and grateful enough to thank these people for shaping the person he had become. So I would like to do the same thing and address my letter to the Salisbury community as a whole. Dear Salisbury, I would like to formally thank you, not only for the good, but also the bad. You've taught me to fight through anything that life throws my way. I can't stand up here and tell all of you that I enjoyed every second I spent here, but I can tell you one thing. I have enjoyed every second of growth this school has offered me. I've met some of my best friends at this school, and some of my most cherished memories to this day have been on this campus, down at Walkmeister, or in the Facing basement. I can't ever express how much this place has done for me and how much it means to me. And yes, I do love it here. But all I can say is thank you.